And I wanted to begin with summer boxing, and the national women's boxing team is in camp ahead of the Africa Championships that will be held in Congo. Davis Mberry had a chance of speaking to the team captain, that is Elizabeth Andiego, and the coach David Mnue, and this is what they had to say about their preparations.
Well, a very good afternoon. Yes, we are at the Mathare depot where the boxers are actually training. One of the boxers is from the national team. Talk about the middleweighter, that is Elizabeth Andiego, who happens to be the captain of the national women's team. Remember, Kenya didn't compete in the 24 Olympics that actually finalized in Paris, France. I'll be talking to the team just to tell us what are they preparing ahead and what are the stakes, considering we are set to compete in the continental tourney that is set to be held actually in Congo. I'll be speaking to Elizabeth Andiego. Welcome on KTN. And of course, this is one of the moments everyone will be waiting, and everyone is waiting to hear from you. I found you actually joining Kenya Police Club, training with them. How does it feel, and how are you first?
All right, I'm fine, thanks. For now, I'm just keeping up with the training as we wait for the official training camp. So for boxers are at least on toes, and the league also is going on, so which also help us to be fit as we wait for the upcoming Africa Championship. Yeah. The
last time you were in action for the national team, that was in Bangkok, Thailand. How has the period been up to right now?
I can say for me, there's a bit of a challenge because after the Thailand qualifiers, I've not competed in a tournament so far. And I can say that is a big challenge for me because my opponents are going on different tournaments for a build-up or upcoming games. But for still me, with the national team, we have not yet been able to go for any tournament. But hopefully, we're just preparing and waiting for the much-awaited support from the government and for the well-wishers who can help us join hand and also help us to promote the boxing as a sport. I can say it's unfortunate that we missed the Olympics, but we did our best. But considering this time around, the criteria for the qualifiers was a bit different, because this time they were only choosing one boxer per weight category in the Africa qualifiers, which was a bit hard. But we did our best. I managed to get number 2, but unfortunately I didn't qualify. But if it was the previous qualifiers, I could have qualified. So I can say we still have to prepare much, and I can say at the moment in our boxing league, there are not much women competing. So far, I can say there's a big gap from us to the upcoming female boxers. So what I can urge the coaches who are out there, I can say people who can support the women to join boxing, because it's a bit difficult to maintain women in the sport. I can say especially if you don't have an income and you want to pursue boxing, it's a bit tricky. We are preparing for the African Championship in DRC. Last African Championship, we were able to bag 7 bronze medals. So we are looking up to upgrade our bronze medals to gold medals. So we are just pushing on with training and see how it will go. But I know we'll do better than last African Championship.
Before I let you go, 2028 Los Angeles actually Olympics, they are not far from now. How are you building up as the captain of the national women's team, just to see we get this slot?
From my side, I can say I'm doing my best to also not only for me, but also to encourage upcoming young boxers, because they are the future of the sport. So it's all about encouraging them and let them know they can make it. And once you're an Olympian, it's a big achievement. So I'm there to push them, and I know we'll be there. 2028 we'll be there. I'm hopeful.
Thank you so much. We will be there. That is Elizabeth Andiego just sharing with us some of the things she is doing right now and preparing for the actually continental boxing tournament that is actually set to be held in Congo. I'll be also speaking to the national men's actually team. Coach, welcome on KTN. Of course, apart from being in charge of Kenya Police, you are in charge of the national boxing teams. How is it so far?
Let me say, so far, so good. The Kenya team has laid off for some time, but okay, as a team. But individually, people are training in their individual clubs, and I can assure you they're good wherever they are. I know they're training. We've been monitoring them all over, and they're ready. Now that we are looking for the Africa Championship, which will happen next month, I think 14th to 27th, I believe any time now we shall start our non-residential camp here.
Maybe in the Congo Championships, how many boxers are you maybe aiming to travel with?
Again, now we come back to the financial part of it. We're supposed to take 13 men and 12 women. That is the weights, IBA weights. That is 20, they're supposed to be 25. But now, according to the support that we'll get, that is what we'll go with.
Coach, before I let you go, Elizabeth has talked about the transition that is there. Actually, there is a big gap between the boxers who are in action right now and the generation that is set to replace them. How are you working around the clock that you see there is seamless transition?
Yeah, in fact, that is something that we have identified and we're working on it. Like here, I think you have seen two boxers, that is Alois, who is young, and Diouf. Those are, and many others that we are looking at, and in fact, we are welcoming them into the national team because, as you have well put it, there's a gap, but you are trying to fill that gap looking for those young boxers. They're there. The problem we have is support because now, as we are talking, there's world youth. But unfortunately, we won't participate because of finance. But things are good, things are bright, the boxers are there, and they will come and wear the shoes that Elizabeth and the others are wearing. Yeah.
Your parting shot?
Let us be positive, let us support the team, let us not be negatively critical, let us support them, and I believe we shall make you proud.
Thank you so much, Coach, and all the best.
Thank you very much.
That is Coach actually Dev Noah just telling us and sharing with us how they are actually preparing and telling us the national team is set for a residential camp and some of the boxers that will travel to represent Kenya in the continental tourney include Elizabeth Andiego, who is actually the captain of the women's side. So we wish them all the best, and we shall be following on this story from when they will enter the camp and when they will be punching in the tournament. Back to you in studio.
Well, Davis Mbere speaking to Elizabeth Andiego and David Munue. Of course, the women's team was in camp in preparation for the African Championships that will be held in Congo. Now, I want us to